Hi guys.
Hey. Oh,
oh hey.
Give it a beat. Hey guys. I thought, we did that in unison.
Oh my god. It's like we can finish each other's.
I'm not going to do the sandwiches thing. I'm not
going to do it. So we wanted to go through and kind of do the story for you guys of how we got to
where we are.
2 dogs. You guys know that we had the dog toys that we sold on our site through DFTBA, and we actually asked them to send us home the dog toys because they weren't selling as frequently. So we got them sent home, and when they got here, there was a couple bigger boxes than we anticipated, and Charles and I looked at each other, and every year we always like to donate and give back to shelters. So we said, instead of selling these,
we'll just give them away. And what's funny is when we first came up with them, we donated to SPCA, and the irony of the situation the irony is that we got them from the SPCA, so it came round robin.
Yeah, it was really, the dogs were referenced.
Yes.
Sounds a little confusing.
Yeah. Right there. But we did end up getting a bunch of them, so we made a list of all the shelters, and we brought probably, throughout all of them, probably 400 plus.
Yeah, somewhere a large number was donated amongst all these different shelters. So we ended up going to SPCA, Friends of Strays, Humane Society of Tampa Bay, and we had a list of a couple others that we were going to go to Pet Pal, but we couldn't find them. So what ended up happening is, over the span of 3 days, we were donating to these shelters, and we were walking in to meet all of the dogs because we could not go and see them.
And Remy wanted to see them.
And Remy wanted to see them, and it was like such a beautiful and incredible moment for her. Like, she was seeing all these dogs, and she was giggling and laughing, and honestly, I haven't seen her do that since Diesel died. And she used to giggle and laugh with our dogs all the time, and you wonder if they're going to imprint on her because she's so young, and if she's going to remember them, and she does. She remembers them so well.
She has her little buddy stuffed animals that she takes wherever she goes.
Yeah, and so I think we didn't realize how much losing Diesel affected Remy, losing Zoe and Marley, and then losing Diesel. So not having any dogs in the house affected Remy, and so we went to see all these dogs, and there was older dogs and younger dogs at all these different shelters, and Remy was just literally giggling and laughing
and in love with every single one of them.
So much.
If we had the means, we probably would have walked out with hundreds
of dogs.
So we went to all the places, and then it was our 3rd day of donating all these things, and Allie and I were talking about how much Remy loved the experience, and we were saying, for some reason it just popped in my head, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. This is going to be good for our family. Let's go adopt a dog.
And I was in complete and utter shock because the night before we went to 3 shelters. The day before that we went to 2 shelters. We were seeing all these dogs, and honestly, Charles and I, whenever we had kind of brought up the discussion if we would ever get dogs again, it was not. It would be in the future. We were like, but this is the first time in our relationship and in our own lives that we had ever really had the freedom of not having to really worry about dogs. That sounds horrible, but the cats, we have people that take care of them, and that gives us the availability to pick up and leave, and if we wanted to go travel somewhere, if we wanted to have a long weekend somewhere. And so our intention was okay, right now we're probably not going to get a dog. Let's just take advantage of not having them in the house. And then also we thought if we were to adopt, we would adopt an older dog, which was the future intention, was to adopt an older dog. But
we went to the SPCA and we were looking around, and Remy just fell in love with Okie.
Honed
in. Somehow she knew exactly where it is because Allie was looking through Instagram, and they post the dogs.
There's a dog that I love, but
yeah, Kane was awesome too. She looked at the photo and I was looking at it. She goes, I want to adopt that dog. And we were just like, wait, what?
And then she found it. That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
It was seriously.
And then she found her in the actual facility.
It went right to it. We couldn't get her out.
And she saw her the night before, I think, too. And we were there for 15 minutes. For 15 minutes that night before. And then the next day she
the fact that she knew that whole adoption process. So we went in, and then there was this little penny dog that we have.
You liked since the first day.
Yeah, because it just reminded me of Marley and the craziness. She also had a brother who was adopted the day prior, and we're like, you know what? Why don't we just do 2? We wanted to do the older dog, but then there was a lot of things that we weren't really sure.
Let you, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't let us do a dog and a puppy. obvious
because
reasons.
of history. They don't know how the older dog would react to the younger dog in the mannerisms.
So yeah, she found the dog, Okie, and we were just like, all right, well, why don't we just adopt 2 dogs and have them grow up together and have Remy learn responsibilities.
We thought it would be like one, it would like distract each other, but 2, we have always had 3 dogs, you know, and they loved each other. They got along so well. They supported each other, and it was wonderful. And a lot of people were concerned, have been saying these things about Littermate syndrome.
They brought it to our attention.
Yeah,
we
had no idea about it, but we had a lot of people actually at the SPCA that vouched for us in the way that we like raise our dogs, which first off is really...
And Zoe and Marley were the same age and stuff.
Which was like really beautiful, and it like really was great because I think that's why they allowed us to adopt 2 puppies, and I don't think that's like a normal thing that happens necessarily there. But I can tell you that, you know,
they know that we have the means and the attention to give each one individual and separate attention.
And we've already set up doctors, a vet appointment to get them checked out, to get everything they need done. They haven't gone on walks yet because Okie has not received her last vaccine. So we're taking all the necessary steps to make sure that like we're doing the right things with them. Back to the story about how we ended up walking out with 2 dogs.
Yeah.
And Charles and I looked at each other when we're getting ready to like sign paperwork and like them giving us the dogs to take home, and we look at each other and we're like, are we really gonna do
Yeah,
this?
it's like, well, we knew we could do it. I mean, we're definitely people who love dogs and are very committed and that stuff. But it was also one of these things where it's like, wow, we went 0 to 60 on this one.
Yeah,
I'm glad we didn't come out with 3 dogs.
Yeah. I told Charles, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I can tell you this. Charles was ready. You were ready, and Remy was ready.
I didn't think I was going to be.
And I recognized it more and more as Charles was like just staring at Penny, like he was ready and she was ready. And these puppies are so cute and they're growing on me and I love them so much. But we have 2 dogs, and it's going to be a huge adventure, and it's going to be crazy, and it's wild that we ended up the way that we ended up. And we've talked about it. We're like, maybe we will get a 3rd, which a lot of people are going to be like, you guys are insane. I can't believe you were thinking that. But down the road, I know we're going to adopt an older dog. There's a couple of older dogs that we were so interested in that one got adopted. The other one I know is going to get adopted soon, which also breaks my heart. But like, we know that there's going to be a dog that speaks to us in the future.
But it is kind of crazy that we ended up doing that. But it's going to be the next adventure. I don't want to say the next chapter, but it kind of is the next adventure.
It's wild.
And Remy is infatuated. She's like
they've just brought
in
the
love
joy out of her.
Yep. And so it's the giggles. I mean, if you watched yesterday's video, go watch it. The giggles that came out of that kid were so heartwarming. And she picked up poop for the first time.
Yeah, she's
that was so funny.
Her responsibility
Then
like
stepped in
aspect is just, it's been really cool to watch. But
Yeah.
we have 2 dogs, and like it wasn't our plan. It was not our plan, and I think that.
But we're happy with our decision.
Yeah, I think it was a plan that was meant to be disrupted because they came into our lives unintentionally or intentionally, you know. And now we have 2 more puppies.
Yeah.
And there's going to be lots of adventures to come, and we're just so happy we get to share them with you.
And I know a lot of people are asking their names. So the brown and white one, obviously Penny, and the one that looks like an Ewok is Okie.
The bigger one.
Yeah. So people are wondering, like, Okie dokies, how you know.
We don't know the breed yet.
Yeah, but these are all. That was the other question. Is that these are the shelter names? We just spelled Okie a little bit different.
So it's Okie, and I figured
I
we
would
would
never
never remember that.
I will never remember that.
I remembered it now, but we're happy. We're going to keep you guys up to date on, obviously, them.
You're going to watch the adventure?
Family.
Yeah.
We've got our doctor's appointment coming up on the 9th, the vaccination. We're going to talk to them about Littermate syndrome because that was brought to our attention. We were not aware of that. We're going to talk to them about just getting to know what Okie's breed is, and like,
we
we're
should do
actually
the DNA testing.
Yeah, we should. It's very
That would be a lot of fun.
And we're looking into like puppy school because we want to make sure that this is an easy transition. The cats have been doing better. They're coming out slowly but surely.
Rika never comes out, and she's starting to be interested too.
But it's gonna be an adventure.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful.
It's gonna be a lot of work, but we are the type of people that can do it. You guys already know, or pretty much know that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you guys. Make sure to welcome Penny and Okie to the family, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Go watch yesterday's video. I promise. Go watch it.
Bye, guys.
And Remy learned how to ride a bike.
Bye, guys.
Bye.